Welcome to VRML 2. We have an exciting Diamond Division match for you with Technique versus Rush. Two teams looking to crack into that upper tier of the Diamond Division. Maybe can't quite make the Challengers Cup this round, but definitely have their eyes set on a future Challengers Cup. So looking to learn, looking to grow, looking to prove themselves here. Both of these teams highly skilled, highly experienced, and yeah, this should be a really fun match. I've casted Technique once before already, and my team, my VRML team, which is looking to crack into gold, has been helped out by Bart Starr from Rush. So I know these guys are all, yeah, real good folks and real good Echo players. So looking to have some fun. Let's check out the chat here as these teams ready up. It's Icarus Has Fallen, claiming to be the first. Hopefully will not be the last. And as the countdown begins, let's see who gets out of this tube first. Teams come out of the tubes. It will be Rush headbutting the disc, but it looks like it will be Jush picking it up. Stunned out, picked up by Tantrum, passed over to Barstar. Barstar stolen out. JDG is here, and he was there, and he sends it through back into the mid area, and it will be Technique looking to make the first controlled possession of the game. Disc is bouncing around on the wall. Mr. Mistahada rather passes back on the back line to Jush. Jush looks to pass back to Mr. Mistahada, who passes it over onto the other side. Can't quite connect with JDG. JDG does get it. Passes to the back line. Oh, what a save! Tantrum with the stop. And the disc is now bouncing around onto the floor. Picked up on the back line by Technique. So Technique not under any pressure. JDG working his way slowly. He's not under any pressure, so he's got to take his time. He does back it out there, waits for Mr. Mistahada maybe to come over on the right side. He does pass there onto the Ghost, back to JDG. So they're looking to bait out some defenders, but it's not working. They can't quite connect on that pass, so it'll be G-Dog on the backside. Oh, but off Geo, and the disc will bounce loose. It'll be picked up by JDG, so really good bubble offense, really good bubble defense right now. Disc is loose. Disc is on the left side. Salty Raccoon is in the area. Will he get there first? Yes. He works his way along the floor, and with the stack together, they're going to try a clear and boost, but picked up. Their stack was broken up, and Bartstar picks it up. He's got an open goal, but he can't quite make that long shot. Oh no, rather, there is a goalie on the back line, so wise decision to hold that out. And Tantrum passes over to Bartstar, who's one-on-one. Oh, off the ding ring. And Jush taps it out with an excellent clear. Stacks are flying, absolutely going manic there. Wow, that was a fast stack by Technique, but just an absolutely maniacal stack by Rush to catch up there. Disc is now bouncing around in the blue zone. JDG working his way along the shoulder and putting it in to put Technique up by 2. So wow, what a start to this game. 2 minutes of incredible action, some great passes, some great stacks, and yet only 1 goal. So we'll see if the scoring stays low, but the action is definitely not low. The actions per minute are not low. The actions per minute are high. And stunned out, Jush now with the disc. He sends it through. It is bouncing around mid. Disc is picked up, but picked back up by Technique, and back by G-Dog. He tried the ender, but just when he let off the shield, he was stunned out, and it will be back to the back line. That stack for Rush, incredible. Bartstar attempting the mail slot, can't quite get there, but it is a beautiful pass back to Salty Raccoon, who sends it in for 3. So that's an example of, you know, sometimes you just, take the shot, and, you know, maybe you don't make it, maybe instead it just bounces off that flat part, and you can swoop up with your teammate, and Bartstar does exactly that with Salty Raccoon. So now Technique on the rollout. They can't quite connect on that pass, and who will pick it up? Technique does make it through, and with goalie on, wow. Looking on that replay, JDG, that was only 14 meters a second. Wow, that was a bold shot with the goalie in goal, but it works out, and Technique returns the 3 to return their lead back up to 2. Back down to the floor now, but Josh with the steal. An attempted clear. G-Dog working his way along the mid area. He sends it in, but there's no stack together for Technique, so it will be the Rush stack getting there faster, but can't quite steal it. So JDG now working two-man game. He can't quite connect with his teammate. He attempts it, but stunned out by Salty Raccoon. And Salty Raccoon now stunned out. Discus loose in a dangerous area. Goalie can't quite get there. G-Dog puts it in. So, wow. Some really great stunning here. You know, both teams looking to get clears, maybe holding onto the disc, maybe waiting for their stacks to get together before they send it in for a clear and boost. But while they're holding it out, they are getting stunned out. And in that case, the stun resulted in a turnover and an immediate score. So Technique now up by 4, with Rush looking to send it back onto the orange side. Salty Raccoon now picking it up. He does pass over onto the right station. Snowy Fox passes to Raccoon. Raccoon passes to Bartstar off the wall. Bartstar now has to reset, and it will be picked up on the back line by Tantrum. He's making his way, not under any pressure, so he's making his move. Oh, Bartstar can't quite connect. JDG can't quite get it cleared. Oh, but off his teammate's head, and Bartstar now gets stolen. Wow, how unfortunate there. Rush really had an opportunity, but off his teammate's head and passed up. And that open goal not passed on by Mr. Mistahada, sent in for 3. So just like that, Rush went from maybe scoring, maybe turning it into a 7-5 game. Instead, it was turned over, and Technique responding with a 3-pointer. So that's a 5-point turnaround, as they say. And now Technique is up by 7 with 4 minutes left. There is still absolutely plenty of time for Rush to come back. The way they've been moving, the way they've been passing, they're not scared. Snowy Fox, he's taking his time. He's not under any pressure. So working his way along the side, looking for an open teammate, decides to pass back to Tantrum, looks to pass back, but teammate not quite there for Rush, and the disc is now in the trap area. There's a lot of players. There's going to be a lot of activity and stunning and brawling. The disc is now still bounced out toward mid. It will be, decides to pass backwards there to Mr. Mistahada, and that was a pretty veteran move there. Could have attempted the clear, but instead goes back for the reset. So doesn't quite work out for him in the end, but well, maybe it will. JDG with the disc. He's working his way along wedge, and he will go backwards again. So this is, yeah, definitely advanced movement by Technique. Not afraid to go backwards, and with that, going forwards is Josh, and he scores. Yeah, that's for those of you who, yeah, Rogue Killer making the excellent point in the chat of newer teams tend to panic clear. It's just a natural thing to want to send the disc toward the goal of your opponent. You know, maybe have a little bit of fear of losing the disc and giving the other team an opportunity, but oftentimes that backwards pass is what actually allows your team to set up, to get into position, and to move forward. One thing that Sir Dimwee pointed out to me in one of his videos is, you know, when you're in the offensive zone, like right here, Rush has a person in goal. So that means the 4 players for Technique are actually going 4-on-3 in the defensive space. So it's actually impossible for Rush to fully pressure. So they do get a stack together, and those 2 players can move around very quickly, and expending a lot of energy is JDG, but he can't quite connect, and that stack from Rush really putting a lot of pressure. So that's a way that a defensive team can create pressure even when not quite having numbers with the goalie. They were able to get the steal, and even though they do turnover, that was an excellent example of using a stack in a very short defensive space. So that's another really advanced, definitely diamond tier play that we're watching here, as the disc is stolen by Mr. Mistahada. G-Dog passes it over. JDG working his way along the floor, passes to Jush. He doesn't miss those. And Technique running away with it a little bit here in round one, up by 11. Rush is not going to be able to catch up, but they've shown a lot of great activity in this round. I would not expect, honestly, for round two to look like this. And Rush is trying to get their teamwork in sync here as they lose the disc, and with an open goal, G-Dog is going to attempt it. Can't quite connect, and JDG is going to work it along the other side. Passes to the back. Mr. Mistahada rather, working along Bowtie, not under any pressure, not under any time pressure. JDG working along the ceiling, and JDG not quite sure if that was an attempted pass, but works out as a made goal, and that will pretty well bring us to the end of this round. So 16-3 will likely be the end result, but I don't think that Technique was 5 times better than Rush in this round. They just were a little bit tighter with their activity, a little bit more controlled, and maybe got a few lucky bounces. So really looking forward to see how Rush can respond in round two. With that, let's take a look at the chat. There, my microphone, it looks like my microphone connection needs a little bit more connection. I might need to get some tape, as Snowy Fox connecting on that one for a slam to bring Rush up by 2. That's going to start off the round really well. Not quite sure where I left you, but yeah, Technique sharing the scoring. Everyone got on the board, and hopefully we can get those stats fixed for you for round 2. Hopefully we get to see a round 3 with Mr. Mistahada dumping down to G-Dog. G-Dog over to Jush. Jush over to Mr. Mistahada. So some really great triangle passing, but really tight. And Bardstar with some excellent one-on-one play. He goes 1-on-3. He goes with a score to bring Rush up by 4. Wow. So, yeah, that was an interesting offensive rollout to pass directly down and behind. In fact, that triangle was pretty tight for Technique, and then passing back up to Nest, and Bardstar was just able to stun out and steal. And even though he was working 1-on-3, he connected in. So really great, excellent one-on-one play by Bardstar there. Bardstar now sending it in. The Rush stack is together. Bardstar picking it up, and Bardstar putting it in. So, wow. What a turnaround for Rush in round 2. Feel like the opposite of the caster's curse there. I did kind of point out that I didn't expect round 1 to go quite so in Technique's favor. And with 2 minutes in, Rush is definitely proving me right. So good to be proven right on occasion. Jush passing it over to JDG. JDG on the back line to Mr. Mistahada. So some really good patience here for Technique, not under any pressure. So yeah, if you're not getting stopped, just go right in. And I can't figure out what the word there is. Going down, ducking. I wanted to say juking. It was a little bit of a juke, but it was more of a duck. And he ducked one, and he sent it in over the head of another. So, yeah, excellent play there by Mr. Mistahada. That's what you do when you're a backline player and you don't get pressured. You just keep moving up the field, force them to stop you, and if they don't stop you, just put the disc right in. You know, you get into the bubble, and it's hard to stop a player going straight at the goal once they're in the bubble. So now it's Rush looking to make a concerted effort. Tantrum passing it over to Snowy Fox, looking to pass over to Salty Raccoon, who's on the right Pac-Man. Salty Raccoon now not under any pressure, so forcing Jush out. But that pass, not quite in the right area, and the Rush stack will look to get together, but they are leeching. They're about four players from two different teams leeching off each other, regrabbing off each other, and it'll be Jush in the end who gets the disc and puts Technique back within 2. So, yeah, sometimes in these high-level matches, regrabbing with a teammate is great, but regrabbing with anyone is what happens, and it's kind of I kind of think of it like a river, and with a steal there and flowing right into the goal, JDG with a 3. So wow, just like that, Rush was up by 6 and 7 unanswered points by Technique to go up by 1. So Rush has got to recover here, looking to get under control. They have a couple of really nice passes, not under any pressure. So Salty Raccoon will make his way through the right side. Jush does pressure. He looks to pass. Bart Star is on the floor, and that reset will allow Tantrum to get onto the right station. That'll allow Rush to reset and set up their offense. Salty Raccoon now. Oh, wow. What a steal by JDG. Just coming right over the end there. And oh my God, JDG, 52 meters. I don't know if he was attempting that shot or if it was just a clear, but he gets the 3. And up by 4 now is Technique. Wow, so really incredible steal. Really unfortunate loss by Salty Raccoon. Snowy Fox looking to pass it back to Salty Raccoon. Salty Raccoon making some one-on-one moves. JDG looking to do it again, but getting the pass off is Salty Raccoon there, and Tantrum now working his way along the trap, looking for a pass. Elects to back pass. Bart Star now passes over, and it will be on the left side, but moving faster is JDG, and JDG is here. Passes to Mr. Mistahada, who looks to clear it out. The clear will be successful. There are multiple stacks. The disc is picked up by Mr. Mistahada, bouncing off Geo, picked up by JDG. JDG working his way. Oh, can't quite get there, but picked up by Jush. Oh, he gets stunned out and passed over. Mr. Mistahada gets stunned out. So some incredible defense by Rush. Wow, multiple opportunities on that one. Incredible defensive plays by Rush to stop that, but JDG now has a chance, and wow, just like that, JDG sends one in to go up by 7. So 13 unanswered here for Technique, and Rush has got to be feeling it. There's no easy way to give up 13 points and still feel strong, but there still is plenty of time for Rush to come back if they can muster it, if they can make it happen. Salty Raccoon making some incredible pass there. Bart Star picking it up. He's one-on-one. Oh, but the ding can't quite get in. So that would have been a great momentum booster for Rush. Instead, it's JDG and Technique looking to pile it on, and pile it on indeed is G-Dog with the assist by JDG. Technique now running away with it in round 2 like they did in round 1. So maybe the caster's curse has come back to me. I maybe shouldn't have called out that early run by Rush, but, well, can't quite take credit or responsibility as Snowy Fox looking to return some favors here. Tantrum passing to Snowy Fox, and Snowy Fox sends it in for 2. So on the board again is Rush with 2.5 minutes left and down by 7. They do have an opportunity. They are not out of this yet. They need to score in order to send this to round 3. Let's see if their defense can spark some offense here. On the rollout, Mr. Mistahada stunned out by Bartstar. He's definitely active. They're looking to make a move, but Bartstar has no help there. And the stack will be together for Rush. They're really pressuring now. Technique is gets the disc stolen. Salty Raccoon looks to make a shot maybe, but the pass is successful. Bartstar work his way down. Oh, not quite sure where that one was headed, and it will be bounced into the Rush zone. No stacks are together, so there's tons of time. JDG with the open goal. He had maybe a little bit more time, but stunned out. Wow. G-Dog, or Jush rather, could have sealed the deal. G-Dog looking to seal it. Can't quite put it in. So Rush still alive for the moment, but Technique with the disc, and oh, Jush sends it in to bring Technique up by 9 with 1:20 left. It's not mathematically impossible, but they will need 3 threes in the space of 1:10, and that will be a tall order, especially with the defense that we've seen from Technique. Just like that defense gets the disc, and G-Dog looking to make the move. JDG passes to Mr. Mistahada. Mr. Mistahada with a little bit of a steezy backwards shot there, and Technique now, they know they've got it, and they're looking to maybe have some fun. Mr. Mistahada making a move, going 1-on-3 off the pole. Technique now up by 11. Rush without a chance. They're down by too much, but they're almost certainly not going to give up. Passing it along to the left-hand side. Passes it over to Snowy Fox. Snowy Fox to Tantrum, or to Bartstar rather. Bartstar making a dip, but stunned out by JDG, and Technique now will look to wind it down. Not giving up again is Bartstar. He won't give up. He's not going to let the entertainment stop until the clock is over. And like that, round 2 is over. Technique taking it in 2 with a little bit of a lopsided score, 19-8 in the second round, and similar score as the stats come up for round 1. Technique showing some pretty strong play there, as we look to see the end stats here. Match statistics coming up, powered by Ignite. Thank you, Ignite, as always. Rush with 4 points from Snowy Fox and Bartstar each, and Technique with everyone getting on the board. 2 for G-Dog, 4 for Rush, 4 for Mr. Mistahada, and 9 for JDG. It was Bartstar doing the stunning with 19 stuns and with 4 attempts on goal, also leading the field, though tied with 2 other players from Technique. So Technique will move up. They were ranked 18th, so who knows? Maybe with a couple more wins, they might play their way into that those top 4. Actually, in this round 5, so they only have to get to rank 15th in order to get into that Challengers Cup. So they are knocking on the door. Rush with a little bit of a setback here, but no doubt they will look at the tape, rewind it, reset, and they will recover, no doubt. Bartstar from Rush joining chat saying, "We've never played so bad." So It's well, I'll say as a player on a silver tier team, if that's bad, Bart Star, then your days are bright. Your future is bright. Yeah, every team definitely going to have an off night here or there, but looking for good things from Rush in the future. So with that, I have been DocEducation, Sir Dimwee on the cam. Apologies for that microphone disconnection, but that was a fun one, and I think we've got some more matches rolling on one. Don't have those off the top of my head, but you can go on the matches page or just hop over to VRML 1, and yeah, with that, so long, Echo fans. Have fun out there.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.